হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান, আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছেন, সুস্থ আছেন এবং সুস্থ থাকার প্রচেষ্টা আছেন। তো আজকে চেষ্টা করব আমরা ইংলিশে একটা লাইভ ভিডিও করার অ্যাবাউট মাই জার্নি। আমি কিভাবে এক্স রিলিজিয়াস পারসন হলাম আর আমার জার্নি কিভাবে কোথায় কোথায় আসলো, কি কি কারণে আসলো, এইসব বিষয় নিয়ে আমরা কথা বলবো। রাইট, লেটস বিগিন উইথ শওকত ভাই। হাউ আর ইউ শওকত ভাই?
I'm good, Rana. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm
Nice
good,
to see you.
thank you.
So we're gonna talk about his journey, how he became, a free thinker and left all superstitions. And I know it was an easy journey as I am a free thinker and human rights activist. As a humanist, it's not easy, especially if someone living his organized faith, especially from South Asia, is very difficult. And people, as I was born in Dhaka, yeah, and I hail from a place which is very notorious for its extreme Islamist activities. So, Rana, tell me about yourself, the where you was born and how was your childhood in back home.
Yeah, all right. This is Rana Amitav Singh. I'll start,
Yeah, you introduce yourself. Yeah.
introduce myself. This is Rana Amitav Singh, and uh, I born in Bangladesh, in Maulavi Bazar, in the district of Maulavi Bazar is called. So when I grow up as a Hindu people, I mean Hindu religious person, I was always, uh, I always used to ask people who was,
The preachers.
yeah, preachers, and who was near around me, that every single thing, like why we are doing the, the puja thing, worship thing, why we are doing this, and who are they, have we seen them, or do anyone seen them, or is there any scientific, prove about this, that the god are exist or not. But nobody answered me, nobody gave me any, um, gave me any concern, or gave me any, answer about.
I mean, you want to say that from the very beginning of your life, you had question about your religion, your faith,
Yeah, yeah.
So it
I
seems
mean,
like
when,
they used to
yeah,
force you to
yeah,
practice
yeah,
the religion, which you felt like is totally nonsense.
exactly,
It doesn't make sense to you,
yeah,
and that's why you ask question, but you haven't got answer, innit?
exactly. When I became adult, then
In what age is I
like
mean,
18 to 20, when I became adult, I used to think that why I have to do that, what's the reason behind, you know why people are around me, who lives with me, I mean, you can say family, my relatives or my friends, they're kind of forcing me to do that, the puja things, worship things and everything. And I used to think about that, and I used to ask question about that, all my known people, but nobody answered me, nobody any, gave me any concern, serious concern, that and that's the thing, or that's the fact, that's why you have to do that, so I never get any answer or anything like that, and I always been, forced to do that.
One thing I want to ask you, I'm curious about that. You was born in a Hindu family, yeah,
Yeah.
and from the very beginning of your life, so you saw and you born and raised in a Hindu family. So, what makes you, felt the all those superstitions and you are not belongs to them, and you wanna, expose yourself that you are a non-religious person. I mean, you are not following any organized faith or religion.
There are lots of fact, first of all, if we say the Bengali, caste system, um,
Yeah, caste system. Yeah.
there is lots of discrimination in it. You
Yeah.
know, whenever anyone, want to marry anyone, or anyone want to do any worship, it's called puja in Bengali. Like, a specific, like avatar, they want to, puja or
I mean,
worship. Yeah,
idol worship
yeah, idol
in
worship.
the
Like,
Hindu
yeah,
way.
there are lots of idol over there.
Yeah.
Like, if you call like Saraswati Puja, it's called. If you want to do that Saraswati Puja,
It's Lord
yeah,
Saraswati. Yeah.
yeah, you have to call the priest, and who have to be Brahman, who is, the upper caste in our religious system.
Casting system. Yeah.
Yeah, in our casting system. Why have to be a Brahman have to do the, the thing, or to, to done the puja or worship thing? Why?
Yeah.
And
It was your
yeah,
question that
yeah,
why not you or why not somebody else?
exactly.
Why only the Brahmins?
Yeah,
Brahmins means is kind of the religious preacher who is preach Hindu religion,
exactly.
and he do this all this worship.
Yeah,
He organize everything, and people
organization.
have to pay him.
Yeah, and same thing goes for the, if you want to marry someone, you will
Yeah.
have to do the same thing. And the biggest fact over there, if you organize a program like, the puja thing,
Yeah.
the worship thing, or even a marriage ceremony, you will have to serve the Brahman, who is upper caste. We believe in our religious, you have to serve them, separate, and you have to serve them the vegetables. Why is that? What's the reason behind? Nobody answered me. I have already asked, question about that. Why I have to do this, and why they have to, eat the vegetables things, And nobody answered me. They always answered me like, um, just do it. Just do it. It will be better for you. It will be better for your future. And, that's the thing I only get, and that doesn't make any sense to me. And there are lots of things like they worship the, elephant, and they worship the monkey snake, and lots of, other stuff, which are not scientific at all, and they are total nonsense to me, and that was my question, and nobody answered me.
I mean, you found that the way people worship to snakes or cows
Yeah,
or elephant or monkey,
yeah,
whatever it
yeah,
is. So you found that it's totally absurd.
absolutely.
May I know one thing I want to ask you, and let people know the which background you from? I mean, it when it comes about your study background.
uh,
So I think it will be more clear
yeah,
to let people understand,
yeah,
why you had question about your organized faith.
uh-huh. I have studied on science background,
Oh,
and
yes, I know.
yeah, I have always, I have always fascinated, about science, that
Science.
how it came, and there is lots of proof that science wants to, the clarify things.
Yeah,
They have every definition of it,
yeah, yeah,
and every proof of that.
yeah.
They want to, certify anything, but there is nothing certified, or nothing definition, or nothing, proven that god are exist, and, the avatar, there are lots of avatar in Hinduism, there exist. Then nothing at all. Um, After all, why I have to worship, and why I have to, the puja thing, and why I have to, the fasting for all day. It's not good for, for your health, to be fasting all the day. And there are lots of thing I cannot, explain in a single video,
The thing is, the way you lived,
Mm-hmm.
or you
Yeah.
you ask question about
Mm-hmm.
your religion,
Yeah.
you found your religion is illogic, yeah.
Exactly.
But as a freedom of speech, I mean, activist,
Uh-huh.
human rights activist,
Uh-huh.
and as a person who doesn't follow any superstitions,
Yeah.
I know it's how difficult to
Mm-hmm.
live your organized faith
Mm-hmm.
and declare yourself that you are
Mm-hmm.
free from all kind of organized faith.
Yeah.
So I feel the
Mm-hmm.
journey you had, it wasn't easy, and you've been gone through lots of trauma.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know and let people know as well.
Yeah.
uh, how was your journey? Have
Yeah.
you ever been, ostracized physically, verbally, or mentally by your religious teachers, or you have ever your family sent you to the, religious place where you must learn
All right.
the religion stuff?
I belong to a, the 91%, or you can say like 95% of Muslim religious country, and most of the time, when I about to ask any question that, um, like why your religious are, um, why you are doing that, like the Muslims are majorities in our country,
Yeah.
and I used to ask question my friend that you are doing that, like namaz and rosas and everything.
I mean the
Yeah,
Muslim prayer.
yeah, Muslim prayer.
Yeah.
I always have been, in fear to ask this question, I have been bullied by my friend and my known person and my classmates, that, they are always criticized me for my religion, that you belong to a, what does it call, like a garbage
The word is
yeah.
called malaun, which
Yeah.
is Arabic word.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, the extreme Islamist people use this word, especially for those who belong to Hindu religion. The
Exactly. Yeah.
malaun means those who have been cursed by
Mm-hmm.
God. I mean, so-called their
Yeah.
God. So, which is very disrespectful.
Yeah.
And yeah,
and
you
they
carry on.
and they always have been, called me like this, you are Malaun, and you belong to a, a very low level religious person, and
I mean, the mocked your
yeah,
religion. Which
exactly.
religion you didn't even follow?
Exactly. And they always have been, bullied, like this, in our religion, my ex religion, we don't eat the beef meat, in Bangladesh specifically, we don't eat the beef meat, who are Hindu people, and they always forced me to, eat the beef meat, and they always forced me, to get in, uh, to get in their faith and get in, be.
I mean, according to the Hindu scripture,
Uh-huh.
the cow is a holy animal.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why the Hindu people, they respect cow,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and eating beef is prohibited
Yeah,
in Hindu religion, Hindu faith.
exactly. Yeah.
So the Muslim used to force you to eat beef.
Yeah. Like, if I say like one incident, which happened to me, and which changed my life, my thinking and my, point of viewing, everything changed that moment. I went to a, marriage ceremony of my sister, I went there and I was eating, the dinner, and they were serving, and I sat down with my friends, and maximum of my friends, like seven of them, six of them were Muslims, and only one, I was Hindu that time. And what happened at, I ate like, 2 3 items which are, the accepted by Hindu religion. When it comes to about meat, it was beef, and they forced me to eat that. They just served me in my plate that beef meat. You should eat them. The malaun, you are malaun, and you should eat them, which changed my life. And then I never went to any marriage ceremony of my friend or my relative or anything, like that, and which changed my point of view and everything. And that time I was thinking I should, the left of my religion, who thinks the eating beef is, uh, eating beef is, what does it call, I can remember. Eating beef.
Eating beef is prohibited
Yeah,
in Hindu scripture,
yeah,
but the Muslims are forcing you to eat beef.
yeah.
Viewers, look, this is, uh, it's one of the biggest issue in back home. Like, this is very disrespectful, and this is inhuman. You cannot disrespect people, and you cannot force people to uh, eat something, or force them to follow whatever you believe. So, as a activist of human rights and freedom of speech, I feels like this is nonsense. This is inhuman, and we're gonna talk about other steps as well.
Yeah,
We're gonna know from Rana
yeah.
how he suffered and how he became free from his religion, and what kind of suffering he has been gone through, and how he became, able to come to the United Kingdom. So yeah, tell us
So
something
after
about
after then
yourself.
that, after like 2 2 years of that incident, I just talked about, um, I able to came to the UK. And when I was coming over here, I heard lots of things like, freedom of speech is totally free for everyone over here. Anybody can talk, anybody can, left their religion,
Yeah.
and no one will bother you
I
about
mean,
that.
every single person has their free will. The
Yeah,
way they want to live their life,
exactly.
they're free to live
Yeah.
in this United Kingdom. So, one thing, I just want to know from you specifically, the does anyone physically harm you or attack you? Doesn't matter who is from Hindu background or Muslim background in Bangladesh,
uh,
because of your stand against religion.
no, no.
This is this kind of things happen with you?
Exactly, if I say, when I left my religion, I was over here, and nobody could attack to me, and nobody physically abused me like that. But I always have been bullied by my friends and my relatives and my own person and my classmates in back to my country.
Bullying is very common scenario
Yeah,
in back home, because most of the people are ignorant,
yeah,
and they just want to live in the darkness of the ignorance. Yeah. So I was born in a Sufi family. Yes, Sufi Islamic family. It's conservative family, and when I used to go to school, the extreme Islamist people, are from a place. It's called urbanization area, which is not very far from city. So I used to go to school, and we have biggest Islamic school next to my village. Yeah.
huh,
So those are Saudi funded extreme ultra Wahhabi Salafi schools, those who preach extremism. So they used to bully me, they used to call me kafir. Yeah, kafir means like you're non believer, which is very disrespectful and very bad word, in the eye of Islam.
yeah,
So Sufi Islam is like more spiritual. It's less ritual and more spiritual. Sufi pray by dancing and singing. You
yeah,
might
yeah,
heard
yeah. I know.
about
Yeah,
Mavlana Rumi, yeah.
Yeah.
So his graveyard is in Turkey,
Yeah.
the place called Konya, yeah. So they used to call me kafir and they used to bully me, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like mentally, just
Suffered a
yeah,
lot. Yeah.
grievous, yeah.
Yeah.
It was grievous for me, and I couldn't explain my situation. No one understand.
Yeah,
What's going on
and
with
nobody
me.
even helped you. Yeah.
And that time I was teenager, yeah.
Yeah, as far I know, nobody helped you.
And you know, only the people who are in that situation, they can understand. We've been going through what kind of
Yeah.
trauma and stress, and
Yeah.
the mental torture, which is I feels like it's more bigger than the physical torture.
Exactly. Yeah. And
So when you came here, you got to know that you can. What I feel like when you was in Bangladesh, you ask questioning, but you couldn't, explain yourself, or you couldn't expose yourself that you are not belongs to those
yeah,
kind of
I always I
superstitions.
always have been in fear. Somebody will kill me. There are lots of incident happened in our country who always have been asked question, or who are ex-religious person, or who are secular people or journalists, you can say, who always have been asked this question, they have been killed in our country. So that's the fear I always have been in my mind. And nobody answered me, nobody gave me any concern. And I have always been bullied, always have been criticized by the other religious person. Why I'm asking this? And there are lots of reason. There no reason, there is there was no reason even to criticize my religion. Like you said Malaun, they always ask me like that, you are Malaun, where you belong to, you don't know that, you don't supposed to you know get mixed with us like that. I
I
think,
mean, you are something untouchable. It's
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that, yeah.
something like that.
Is I think they mean that. As I was born in a Sufi Islamic family, so
Mm-hmm.
I saw the things how it's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like
Mm-hmm.
I was like from the very beginning of my life I wanted to learn music.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to learn dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I love flowers. I like poetry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But all these things, because of this faith and the preachers, it
Mm-hmm.
stops me.
Yeah.
Like this is prohibited in Islam,
Mm-hmm.
so you cannot do it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that what happened to me. And whenever I came over here, and then I felt free. And I was able to talk about my thought, about my view. I used to post in my Facebook profile like that. And when I came over here, and I relocate,
Yeah,
from England to the Ireland.
Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, Ireland. And when I was there, I always have been try to post like this, like,
I mean, we start blogging. Yeah, I
yeah,
want to know one thing.
kind of,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
kind
want
of
to know one
vlogging, yeah.
thing. When you exposed yourself or declare yourself that you don't follow any organized faith, and
Like, yeah.
you start blogging in support of your situation,
Yeah.
and what happened after that?
And 2019, over 2019 in January,
Yeah.
I believe, I started blogging, offensive blogging about my thinking, about my viewing, in support or encouraged by the Mufasil Islam, who is mentor of mine, and who is friend of my brother, big brother, whose name is Rana Amitav Singh. uh, I came over here from Ireland, and I met with Mufasil Islam. And then I realized he is the secular person, and he used to encourage
Yeah,
me.
I wanted to know
Yeah,
after blogging,
yeah.
through Facebook or different types of blog,
Uh-huh.
what happened?
Yeah.
I
I
mean, have you got any threats from back home?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
Yeah, I
course.
wanted to know about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
specifically.
Let me finish the
Yeah.
the point. I met with Mufasil Islam and encouraged me, and he taught me like how to do blogging, and then I became officially a member of BOBA, which mean the BOBA mean Bengali BOBA Bengali organization, BOVA. So I became the member of boba, and then I became start blogging. I started blogging, you know
Yeah.
offensively, and then when I started blogging in 2019 March, and then my friends and my relatives and my classmates started to threatening me, you'll be in serious trouble if you came back to Bangladesh because of your offensive blogging about for your criticizing, offensive criticizing of religious issues, offensive criticizing of the political issues and ongoing issues. You don't supposed to do that. They always aware me, you don't do this kind of things,
Have you got any direct death threats from
uh,
them?
it's like not direct threat. You can say like kind of, or you can say the belt threat I got. Like they told me like don't come back to your my country, which is Bangladesh. Don't come back to your country, you will get persecuted. you know Persecuted means you will get killed, you will get banished, or like what I mean. It can be happen anything if you if you are persecuted in Bangladesh. There are lots of incident happen who are persecuted, and then they never been found where they are, and they never been found their graveyard even,
Yeah, yeah,
nothing like
we
that.
will talk about that.
Yeah.
Friends, I
Uh-huh.
just want to let you know that how dangerous is the situation for a
Yeah.
person who is criticizing any kind of idea. Religion is
Uh-huh.
idea.
Yeah.
So any kind of idea you can criticize, or you can talk on behalf of the idea. So
Uh-huh.
how hateless morons they are, those who are threatening,
Yeah.
I mean giving like dread threats to the people who is
Yeah.
criticizing their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I feels like I feel sorry for those people. Those people are very weak minded. That's why they don't have any logic. They don't have any facts, logic, or
Nothing at all.
scientifical, analytical mind.
Yeah.
So they just follow their hateless preachers, and what they say they just follow blindly. And whoever criticize them, whoever criticize their faith, they just take the mashat and just hack the free thinkers. So free thinkers, or the ex-religious persons, are the most persecuted person in back home. And I wanted to mention one thing. The present government of Bangladesh, introduced a law which is called Digital Law and IT Act, which is like a blasphemous law. I mean, most of the free thinkers, whoever it was in Bangladesh, most of them they got killed, or if someone is not get killed, they got persecuted by law and enforcement agency through this law which is called Digital Law and IT Act. This is the most draconian law, and this law should be thrown out into the bin.
Yeah.
So this is our video. We've been talking about the how the humanist, or those who are the supporter of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, or human rights activists are
Mm-hmm.
suffering in back home. Not only those, even the Muslims from Sufi background or different kind of background, they're also suffering in back home.
Exactly.
So this is our video. We're gonna talk about this kind of things again and again, and we hopefully one day, we hope we will try our
Yeah.
best to see, because this is our motherland where we were born. So we wanna see our motherland, like a Western country, like United Kingdom.
Yeah,
The people can, you know,
you
practice
can,
their
yeah,
freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and they can enjoy their freedom,
yeah,
and
they
they will
can,
respect each other
yeah,
regardless who they are, regardless their color, their
yeah,
caste, their religion, what language they speak. Though most of the people in Bangladesh they speak Bengali language, but the people who are living in hilly areas and small minorities people, from different background, they're suffering from mainstream people as well.
hmm.
So, did you wanna say something to our viewers?
I'll say that wherever you are and whatever your thinking is, just express yourself anyway. And if you can't find anywhere, just excuse me, express yourself over the online. That's the best thing you can do. Yeah, that's all.
Viewers, thank you very much for being with us, for supporting us. Hopefully, you're gonna enjoy this video, and we will be back again soon, and we'll talk about different kind of topics. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. All the best.